Bro, you saw that once it called it? That shit got me tight. Shorty really snitched on my guy. I just sent it to you. Everybody's somebody's everything. Nobody's.
Okay, Coach, the playoffs are back at Lambeau, and the temps, well, they're where you would expect them in the frigid range. Just how the Cheeseheads like it here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the New York Giants and the Green Bay Packers. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Is my mic playing?
Ready, ready. 55. Check 55, Mike. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
They'll run on first down. It's Grant, and he'll wind up with about 6. Up. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Look at me. Go, go. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check, check, check. Go.
Now a give, right side. Grant. And he'll get this up only to about the 33.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
You're out. Jumping. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Kill.
Now. On third down, it's Grant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 8. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. Looking to throw. He's going to wind up and air that. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game, as it's 1st and goal.
Sim, watch the sim. Check 4, check 4. Check 26, check 26. Slam, slam.
This is Grant. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed.
Begin. Rush in, rush in. Topper.
On 2nd down, it's Grant, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Calling a loss of 2 on the play, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Ready up. 54. Mike 54. I know he ain't got it. Go on. He's coming. We got double up. Leo. Kill. Come. Go.
He'll look to throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
Well, you know, he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Every possession in the postseason magnified, and look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
We playing for win. Let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here we go. 18 gator. Line 54. Better bring it. You better bring it.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. The defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front, so when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what...
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. This is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
Shift. He's coming. Double up.
On 1st down, Grant. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
We own them. Check nickel. Kill.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. For Marshall, that's complete. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Giants nothing.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Look at me. Door.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. This is intercepted. Julian Love picks it. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll run on 1st down. It's Grant. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Ready?
Back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dexter Lawrence gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. An unbelievable punt there. We're talking 70-plus yards. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
Check it back.
They'll drop to throw. He can run for it, and he will. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a 1st.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
It's a Giant 1st down on a gain of 16.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. 2nd and 5. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 43. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Barkley. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And the ball is knocked out, and the Packers pick it up. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this, and it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on Divisional Round Weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful Divisional Round Weekend. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And Adams has it, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the 1st. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a 1st down.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Go. 61. Go.
Check right. Hatchet. A little flare.
They'll set up to throw. It's caught here by Adams. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, 31 yards. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And the Giants send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. And that'll cross midfield here, not by much. Out of bounds just on the other side of the 50. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They will run with Grant. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on third. Here's Grant. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Now Greg Zuerlein. We all remember the 57-yarder that sent the Rams to the Super Bowl. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And, Charles, when you start talking about NFL kickers that have hit from 62 or further, it's a pretty short list, isn't it?
That it is, but how about the trust by a head coach to even let your kicker try from that range? That's really showing a lot of faith that he can get the job done.
Yeah, faith and guts. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Terry McLaurin in the final seconds of the first half, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. This time, the extra point up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot downfield. Nope. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter three.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. This is Barkley. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Back to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points?
And break this tie. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
That's going to be a long.
Hey, Echo.
Tighten up.
Clear.
Check 31.
Get it.
They go back to Grant. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4. You can't block me. You can't block me. 25. Check 25. Five. Twins. Check 43. Bang, 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 bang. Hit it.
Now back to throw. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. Third and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And there's a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Squeeze. Hard. Watch the eye. Slam.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking deep for Adams. And that's caught inside the 30. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it second and 6. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. 61, matchbox lights. Hey, exit. 55, my God, 55. All day, baby, all day. Let's go.
Second and 6. This one caught by his tight end, Mack. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Greystone, travel. Hey, Delta. Whip. Rock it.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. That's his third field goal now in the ball game, and they've needed his leg. This last one gives him the lead.
It's been a back-and-forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right direction, but we need you to make sure we carry it home.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Giants. That a 92-yard kick return. And the Giants are once again going to retake the lead. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Second and 13. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got Adams on the hookup. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
Here we go.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
You're out. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey. Get it.
They'll keep it on the ground. Grant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Back to throw now on 1st down. He sets to fire deep. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 48 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 36 yards on the play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They'll look to throw. He's got his man. This is Tate. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers 16. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run it again with Barkley. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They'll set up a throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score, and he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
On 1st down, it's Grant, and very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Big gas. Rush it. Look, squeeze. Tight dog. He's coming. Let go. We got double up.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to air one out. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively.
Hard. You think you gonna get this? Showing it. There.
Looking to throw. And that's complete to Adams. That'll put him north of 100 yards receiving now in this divisional round game. It's a 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On 1st down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
They'll keep it on the ground. Grant, there he goes inside the 30 and down to the 19-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
Leads to a lot of satisfaction because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
What's that?
Head coach will step up and go, great job, guys. Because of that, come in a little bit later tomorrow.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They come out here in the I. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Check it back up.
They'll keep it on the ground. Grant. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
Check. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Ready.
On 3rd down, it's Grant. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season. Get his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
Here we go. A big play in a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Mike 55, Mike 55.
Here we go on 4th down. And I don't think he got in. He didn't. He's stoned at the 1-yard line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Giants defense able to come up with a goal line stand. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see. Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they've got the football, and they're already knocking on the door inside the 5 at the 4-yard line.
Take over 1st down and goal at the 4-yard line.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So that's going to move them half the distance.
First of all, you can't jump in this situation, but think about your play calling now. Could easily change what you want to do and maybe make things a little bit easier.
So now from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. And they'll indeed take a knee. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? They go down to a knee, and with that, they're off to the NFC title game. They had the extra week of rest. That was a factor. I think this home crowd was certainly a factor as well. So this is step 1 done. Now they need to win next week if they want to get to the Super Bowl.
I like those 2 factors that you brought up. The extra week, getting the open week by being the number 2 seed, a terrific home crowd for them, coupled with really good play. That allows them now to keep their Super Bowl dream alive. One more on their way to the Super Bowl.
Well, on both sides, you come into this game with so much hope, so much build-up, looking to move on. One side gets to do that, but let's not forget the others. Tough pill to swallow.
It really is, because there's so much hard work, effort. You mentioned the hope to go on and maybe play in the big game itself. Well, let's see how they handle it, though. The offseason is going to be a long one for them because it's going to eat their heart out watching other people continue to play. But can they come back the next year and find it in them to make that same run again and maybe find a way to advance?
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.